FinancialFelons.com is where you can find the latest and exclusive DSG gear, from Fire or Trash, Excelsior Now, DSG Team Gear, and more. That's www.financialfelons.com. Make sure to use code DOOM for 15% off. That's code DOOM for 15% off. This is your DSG brand ambassador Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go! It's the weekly wrap-up where we give you the news. Break it down bite-sized so it's easier to consume. Discussing the hottest game and thought of what's coming soon. Is it real or is rumor? Homie, that's up to you. Fire or trash reaction, live viewers call in. No cap, conversation, we going all in. It's the weekly wrap-up, so enjoy the show. You're now rocking with the best. Let the good times roll. Come on!
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. You already know how this goes, man. Welcome to the weekly wrap up. Well, we just go ahead and take everything that we know about Avengers for the week that happened this week, that popped off this week, from drama to good news to bad news. We cover it all right here on the weekly wrap up. So welcome to the show. I'm going ahead and send out some invites real quick while I discuss and tell you guys what exactly is going to go down on the weekly wrap up. Of course, we're talking about Avengers 2.6 as a whole, definitely. We're talking about the new villain sector, with also Monica Rappaccini up in that piece. You did. We're going to talk about some hero buffs, some toxicity in the community, and we're also going to ask a simple question. Should devs use burner accounts? Y'all already know what I'm talking about, so yeah, with all that said, let's get right on into it. I'm in the process of sending out some invites, so I'm going to ask y'all how y'all doing today in the chat. How y'all doing in the chat? Hopefully y'all doing well. How y'all doing out there? Okay, let me see. Fate Walker. Let me find you, good sir. There you are. Exit out of this. Going to this. Yes. Get him an invite. Boom. All right. So we got some DSG invites. We got some Alien and Fodder invites. We got some Fate Walker invites. Talidia, please. Welcome to Vigilante. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate all that. How y'all doing out there? Let me see. We got Never Flow in the building. Alien Fire, Fate Walker. Welcome as a new member. Thank you, good sir. QKS Kitty, who's always on the panel as well. Who cares? It's a YouTube. I think that's Saucy Chateau, actually. Young Boxley is in the building. Fate Walker again. Alien Fire. Who else we got in here? Talidia plays, as I've said. Oh, we got some folks up in here. Never Flow, Eddie Games, Robert Huff, Nikita Percy, Mega Sith. Let's get it. So, our resident host, co-host of the show. How you doing, Miss Alien Fire? Welcome aboard.
Hello.
Yes, indeed.
Doing all right. A bit tired, but doing all right.
It's been a week, so I get it. Trust me, I get it.
It's been a week. It's been a day. It's been.
It's been some. Yeah. We was just QKS Kitty. Welcome to the panel. How art thou?
Yeah, everybody. I'm doing great. I'm fantastic.
Good to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Who cares? It's 2017. Actually, it's Saucy Chateau. How you doing today, good sir?
Hi, everybody. I'm ready for this month to be over with.
Yeah.
I hear you. I definitely hear you. And last but not least, the man with all the knowledge up top when it comes to the gear, when it comes to like just stuff that's going on. My boy, Mr. Fate Walker. What's good? What a good sir.
Yo. What is up, everybody? Hey, subscribe and like.
Yeah.
Since I'm here, definitely subscribe and like.
Do all of that.
Hit that like button. People.
Yeah, make him want me to come back.
Yes, indeed. So let's get right on into it. no holds barred. I want the honest truth, and we're just gonna go across the board, starting with you, Alien Fire. Avengers 2.6. Overall thoughts, the entire thing. Is it a dub? Is it mid? Or is it an L?
It's mid, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. QCast Kitty. Dub, mid, L.
As much as I actually like it, I sadly have to say it's an L
Ooh.
overall.
Ooh. Fate Walker. 2.6 overall. Dub, mid, L. And I know you're super optimistic, so this should be actually interesting.
I mean, if someone came up to me and said, "Should I come back?" Can't say I'll tell you that I'd say yes, but also, did I not enjoy myself? I also can't say no to that. So we're gonna go mid. We're gonna go. It was almost filler in a way.
God, Fate. You're the optimistic one, bro.
I mean, it's not bad filler. I mean, there's good filler episodes in any anime.
Have you seen Bleach?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Will not be seeing Bleach then. Got it.
No, Bleach is actually really good. It just have horrible filler. Like, it's my favorite anime, but the filler is just what? But anyway, Saucy Chateau, what you got for me? Dub, mid, L.
It was a good mid.
A good mid. That's
I
a
like
new
that. I like
one.
that.
It wasn't. It wasn't the type of mid that gives you a headache.
All right, let's go ahead and get on into it. This villain sector, starting with you, Alien Fire. And we going first question: was it enjoyable for you?
Yeah, but way too short. It's like I was expecting something more along the lines of beating the odds, and I love that mission so much. So I guess I kind of had, I guess my expectations were a bit too high.
Oh,
And the final battle felt again like a rehash of something we had seen before, like the teleporting exos. I mean, you know, it's a mechanic that we've seen all over and that we're still seeing. So yeah, they were much more powerful, but you know. And what was that cliffhanger about? Seriously.
we're gonna get into that. Let's
Okay.
hold on to that. Hold on to that. Definitely. QKS Kitty, was it enjoyable?
Yes, it was enjoyable for me. It was basically exactly what I expected it to be in terms of length and everything else. So I wasn't disappointed. I liked the fight in the end, even though it's clearly another fight that's not designed for melee characters. Because every time that Axo teleports, you have to run back to them. Then you're there, and then they teleport again, and you have to run back. And it's basically you're not allowed to do damage. It's easier if you're a ranged character because you're just standing in one spot and just keep shooting, and just have to readjust your aim a little bit.
Yeah, but isn't everything easier for ranged characters in this game anyway? Like if we're gonna go down that route, it's
yes, that's what I'm saying. It's another fight that's not designed for melee characters, even though they buffed melee characters and they want to make melee more viable. That also includes they have to redo boss fights that melee is actually fun.
Fate Walker, enjoyable?
So this is coming from a veteran player. I think definitely a not so veteran player would probably find it more enjoyable. I think it was the best villain sector we have. Especially with the fact that you can add challenges to it. It wasn't just the same old fight a group of enemies, take an elevator, see a buffer floor, fight a boss. Outside of a little bit of what Maestro gives, but I think I enjoyed it more than Maestro, and I like the fact that the developers did a little tongue-in-cheek and said also Monica in it. I know a lot of people were like crapped on him a little bit for it, but I enjoyed that little tongue-in-cheek.
That was actually one of the best things in the whole villain sector for me was when I realized it said also Monica Rappaccini. I just actually cracked up laughing in the middle of fighting. But anyway, Saucy Chateau. Who cares? It's not even 2017 no more, and I'm gonna keep making that joke until you change it.
I'm never gonna change it.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Uh,
I got you. Hold on. I got you.
Now you gonna change it for me.
Ah! There we go. I got you. Don't even worry about it. You straight. You straight.
Screaming. I like that too. That's acceptable.
I already know.
I like that too. I honestly, I like Kitty said, I got what I expected to get. I didn't. I think the only thing I would have expected from it was like a little bit more like people to fight. I feel like the enemies to fight were like sparse. Like in between, there were whole sections where you would literally just running through to get to the next part. And I feel like they could have dropped at least like 2 or 3, maybe an exo or an adaptoid or something just in that area so you could fight them up real quick. But other than that, I thought it was good. I feel like they try to make it with the intention of not being a one-shot kill thing. And a lot of people have been like, well, screw that. Like Joe said, his Iron Man sneezed and he was in the next cutscene. So I think that's also the thing too. Like I feel like they may have tried to design it with the intention of people not being able to one shot her, hence the also Monica Rappaccini, but I don't think it really worked all too well.
Let me answer these questions myself because I have not answered the questions, and I did that purposely because I just wanted to hear what everybody else had to say. My overall thoughts on 2.6. I want to give it a dub. I really want to give it a dub because I understand what they were going for with this. You dig? Like moving the story forward, giving you something to play. You know what I mean? It's not the best thing to play. And your heroes are now even more, except for Hawkeye. They did my dog Hawkeye a little dirty, but your heroes are even more powerful. That should be a dub, right? That should definitely be a dub. But my experience when I logged on to 2.6 was half my heroes were gone. My loading screen was yellow. I couldn't play the mission. I literally had to uninstall and reinstall again just to play for 8 minutes to beat Monica and also Monica. Repeat Cheney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Hoarder Gamer. But anyways, so I that took it literally right out of the dub category for me personally. I was like, yeah, no, you're in the round table chat. You said you saw, you know what I'm saying? You saw how I was feeling when that happened. So like it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay. But after being able to play it, after realizing what was actually done, I felt a whole lot more optimistic about this particular patch. And it went back from could have been a dub to a straight L to mid to that's kind of where I'm at with it. It is mid. Enjoyability of the villain sector. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't enjoy it. It was literally to me like playing a short version of the Last Avenger Standing.
yeah.
Because in the first part of the Last Avenger Standing, you got to travel forever to get to the building. There's nothing you're fighting in the way, and that's kind of what I felt with, except for the platform. The platform parts reminded me of the beginning campaign. That was actually pretty cool. It was a yucky, dusty color, but it kind of reminded me of the campaign a little bit. But aside from that, it was boring. Then you get to the elevator, you clear out enemies, you go through a hallway, you fight Monica, and also Monica.
You do the 4 points.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh
I get
yeah.
that in every drop zone in every Mm-hmm.
You watch a dead Modok get shocked
Yeah.
to death multiple times.
And then still be alive. But yeah, we'll get to that. We'll
get
get
to
to
that. We'll get to
that. Alien Fire.
Yeah.
Difficulty for a veteran player. How did you feel when you went through that mission?
Depends on the character, I guess. Hawkeye didn't have any problems. I think my widow. Well, it's true. I'm sorry.
It's the truth.
My widow struggled a bit.
What's your
And
widow's levels at?
175. But I think it was maybe your defense. I don't know, or maybe it was like I didn't use the right strategy. But yeah, I mean,
All right.
but yeah, I think she got downed a couple of times. But maybe it was just like I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know what happened. But Widow still kicks ass. Trust me.
Yes,
Um, yeah, but if you want like, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't super hard. It wasn't easy. I mean, I don't have like super duper DPS builds anyway, so
right.
I don't one shot anyone. So
Right, yeah, you have more community builds where you spreading status and yada yada yada. So,
yeah, I have like more diverse builds, like more hybrid, and my goal is not to one shot anyone. Ask that to Lejeune or what is that noise?
I think it's Jay. Jay, your mic is doing too much right now, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
How you doing today, good sir? Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in and coming through.
Play Rocky Top. Sorry, my college football game is still on. Tennessee just beat Florida. It's the only non-Boston team I root for. And like Tennessee is basically Florida's bitch. So it's like it's a big win. It's a big deal. Sorry.
You're good, bro.
You know, way
happy. I'm
right?
happy for you. I'm happy.
What was that?
For you, Jay.
What was that, Alien Fire?
I said, that fate is in Florida, right? So
It's fine. But I'm a Bostonian. If I was in Boston and and my team won, I'd definitely go to the Habit and throw some tea in it.
There's a long story as to why I'm a Tennessee Volunteers fan and nobody cares. So let's so hi, how is everybody? I was not expecting this for some reason. I don't know why. But here we are.
You told me that you were coming.
JJ.
I told you I could probably come. I never say definitely.
Probably is more than likely.
I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Welcome to the show, Jay.
If you don't tell Nick Fury no, he's gonna take everything as a yes.
Okay.
True.
Plus, with Jay, it's like probably that's I always mark him a check if he says probably because he's looking for a reason to
How
not
lame
come,
do you think I am?
No, I'm saying you're looking for a reason to not come. So
that's fair.
Cute ass Kitty. Enjoyability of the Monica and also Monica Rappaccini repeat Chini villain sector.
I enjoyed it a lot. I could manage to finish it easily with most of my heroes that I played it with so far. At first, I thought my Widow would have problems, but then I remembered that they buffed the heroics and I actually used them, and then it was easy.
And so you said difficulty. I take it was pretty easy because of the heroic buffs for you. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was definitely easier than it would have been without them.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm gonna move you to the end because you have like 3 more questions than everybody to answer. So yeah, pretty much. Big Saucy, what you got for me for difficulty in this new mission as a veteran player?
I flew through it.
Mm.
I didn't play it the first time on stream because I wanted to see what it was giving. And what? I was like, I don't want to get on stream and then because I was excited for this update a little bit. So I want to get on stream and then play it and then be like, oh, okay, boop, 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 boop. So I was like, let me see what it's giving.
Mm-hmm.
I did it with my Widow first because she's like max leveled out. So I was like, let's see. I was surprised that it was 180, I think 185, I think it was. So I was like, oh, that's neat. I like that it scales
It scales, yeah, by 10, so
with
that's
that.
pretty dope.
So yeah,
And
but yeah, I flew
that's
through it.
without doing the I don't know what it scales as if you can when you change the actual difficulty, because that's just going in on without changing the difficulty at all. It scales up 10.
Oh.
Faith, I know you like to mess with that difficulty and do it on brutal. Does it scale even higher on brutal, or
I haven't tried it on brutal yet. Which we'll get into later. I went straight into the story and tried to start uncovering things, and then that led down a path of sadness and depression. And I haven't really been back on since. But we'll talk about the story later. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to do the other difficulties. But I also, much like Alien, am sort of like a support player, so I don't have any. And my Widow. So my Widow was my only DPS, and because we don't have loadouts and because we have a crappy way to save our gear, I may have, when I clearing my vault, may have deleted my top tier gear for my Widow, so I no longer have a high caliber.
No.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah, it does.
I feel you.
So.
No, it's true. Yeah. I remember, when the new way of upgrading gear came around, I destroyed a whole bunch of pieces, and I had to redo my Widow, and it took me months, and I was like crying. I had almost given up on her, and now I love her again, but it took me forever. Yeah, it's hard.
I'm not enticed to go farm for her again. I'm really not. Like, I'm not enticed to go farm for anybody again right now. Like, Clone Labs will come out, new gear will show up, and that'll get me back into wanting to do other builds, and hopefully it'll make some of my other characters sing a little bit better.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it happens, right?
I want to cry for you.
And you guys, like, for most of the people who've been following me, Widow, before Kate took off in the raid, Widow was like my go-to girl.
Yeah.
Like, I would... Yeah. Her high caliber shots were disgusting.
Yeah. Prayer hands in the chat for the homie Fate. Prayer hands in the chat for the homie Fate.
Because so for everybody in chat, why did I do that? Well, when you start hitting close to 600 vault space usage, you got to delete stuff. And I was in the middle of working on a different build for Widow because I was like, this would be really cool as a support build, which was like a full auto, just infinite heroic orb build, and I got to where like invisibility was up 90% of the time for the whole team, which was great. But then I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff out of the vault, and some of those really amazing legacy items are gone.
Okay. Jay Shock Blast, you had I'm glad that you showed up today because you had a very interesting video, and I actually kind of not did a response video, but kind of did a video with an homage to that said video, which was, you think it's time that people just put the damn game down, walk away, do something different. I mean, not in those specific words, but I mean, expectations, even low expectations right now are too high at this point.
So before I address that, I just want to say real quick, Sky Preacher Man, I see in the chat, I hope you feel better. I saw a tweet that you were not well at the moment, and I see there, and I don't know if this has been addressed, but I really, really hope everything's going okay for you. So there's that. Get that out of the way.
Thank you, Jay.
The point of my video was I just think that they're not going to be able to do things to make people happy. Like, it's just never going to happen with this game. Like, we're going to get these little pieces here and there, which for some people is good enough. But at the end of the day, like, we all want what we want. We all have like these high expectations, these high hopes. We've had them for, today is day 750, by the way. So we've had them for like over 2 years now, and it's never going to happen. There honestly isn't anything they can do to fix that. And that's not a criticism. That's just a reality. So what I would rather see them do is I feel like they've got like a new crew of people and it's like a different team than what actually built the game. So I would like to see them turn around and just start over, get a fresh start, like take the albatross off and just start fresh with all these new ideas, a different engine that's easier to use, that's easier to produce content in, stuff like that, because it feels like that is also something that I've heard a lot behind the scenes, that it's complicated, it makes things difficult. Like, just suck it up, go to Unreal 5 or something to that extent. I've never made a video game, but I hear that that's a pretty good engine to use. Like, just get a fresh start and finish what you've got. It just feels like everything that they've put out has been stuff that they've been working on for a very, very long time. And at a certain point, I would rather just get the game that I know they can make. And if we're just going to sit here and pretend that they're going to have their cyberpunk moment, because apparently cyberpunk is through the roof right now, I don't think it's ever going to happen. So like, what I was saying was not necessarily like a criticism of them, or like, hey, I'm quitting the game, which of course people interpreted it as. It's just this is the second actual mission that they've put out this year. If this is all they can do in that amount of time, we're just reshuffling the deck on the Titanic. I love the game. I think we all enjoy playing the game, but at a certain point, you got to be realistic and understand that like they're just not going to be able to put out new stuff. You know what I mean? Like, am I crazy? I talked a lot.
No, you're not crazy at all. And I mean, that's kind of what I covered in my video as well. Is just like, I mean, it is what it is, and it's not going to get any better. It may get worse until it doesn't even exist anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not a horrible game. The game is right. It is what it is. So to expect it to do something that you personally want it to do, you're wasting your own time. Literally.
Like, we're under the impression that there's not many people working on the game at this point. So what makes any of us think that they're going to be able to replicate, War for Wakanda at any point, Like, I would think that they were working on this Kree invasion, story arc, like right when the game released. I would hope, because that's generally how studios work. When the game is ready to come out, they're already building what's next. So I would have hoped that that type of thing was already kind of in the works. But I don't know, man. Kree Invasion was supposed to be a year ago. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, you have to realize what it is and what you can do. And, the ship that is Marvel's Avengers is sinking. And I don't know if it can get brought back up to level. I'd love if they could, but like, it's going to be a lot of work. And I would rather them just put that work into making a game that they don't always have to worry about taking 2 steps back every time they take, a step or 2 forward. You know what I mean? That was what I was saying. And I just feel like No Rest for the Wicked made that abundantly clear. It's not a super useful mission. Like, it's fine. It's not a bad mission. If the game launched with this mission, I don't think anybody would have ever complained about it. But for it to be the second actual mission we got this year, like, I would have been fine if maybe they were putting out a mission like this, like, monthly or bi-monthly. But like, if this is like, I don't know, man. I saw somebody make Andy's room from Toy Story in Halo Forge. So like, I don't know what it takes to make a game, but like, there's people that with less ability doing it in creator studios. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good example, but
no, I hear you, dude. I hear you. You kind of actually covered all of the questions, actually. So
okay, good.
Let's just move on then. The cutscene, the confusing cutscene. Okay, from my point of view, the end cutscene, it looked like to me, Monica and MODOK was squaring up. They wasn't working together. But in the background, you hear Kamala saying, "Oh my God, Monica and MODOK working together. This is bad news."
Where'd you
And
hear
then
that?
they teleport out, and I'm like, "Wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just that didn't I didn't see that. Can somebody explain this cutscene? Anybody can go right at this point. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter.
I think that's actually just you have to look at it from Kamala's point of view. She just sees MODOK appear, and she immediately thinks they are working together. But obviously, MODOK is going after Monica at this point, and sadly, they don't explain that further how the Avengers react after that. But it's just the initial reaction of Kamala.
Okay. There's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I do not know how to legitimately help people plug them all to where it could. I have so many theories, and the problem is because of time travel and because of the multiverse, and because they're not consistently giving people heterochroma eyes on whether or not we can determine whether they are clones or not. I can't give you a definitive. Okay, so wow, welcome to this whole bag you opened up.
Yeah. How long do you have, Doom? 'Cause-
That made me so. I'm so annoyed.
So I think the MODOK we saw when we had to destroy the 4 tubes, is the MODOK she fished out of the sea, pulled his DNA, and the other MODOK we see is his clone. I think that's a clone, and I've tried to look for the eyes, but I'm thinking they're forgetting the 2 different color eyes thing at this point. I think they've just overlooked it, because even in Beating the Odds, her clones that are literally labeled her clones don't have the 2 different color eyes that they're supposed to have. But I think it's a clone. And we know at the end that during that mission for War for Wakanda, where Shuri captured that talk between Claw and Monica, when we finally realized that Monica didn't die in with Hawkeye, which could have also at this point been a multiverse Monica.
What?
We
Okay.
I think Monica's resurrecting MODOK because MODOK can control the Kree Sentinels. Is my theory. Because he can control the Kree Sentinels. She's using him as a defense.
Okay.
When the Kree invasion happens.
So wait,
which is why the cloning labs things happen.
Let me ask you this one question, because I'm more confused since you started talking than I was before you started talking. But
welcome to my world. And you guys there's Aberrite on that map, and there was a Kree artifact on the map, which means I think that whole map was built on top of a Kree Sentinel.
Oh God. Okay, I can believe it. I'm just confused. But anyway, the MODOKs. All right, the one that she took away. You say that was the clone or the real MODOK?
I think that's the real MODOK. When you look at him, his hair is flat against his head, as if he's been in the water for pulled out of the water. But then when you see the other MODOK's bigger, in a totally different seat. He is bigger, and his hair's floofed up. And it's not like he went out and got styled real quick before he came back to make his next appearance in the middle of the,
I always style mid-battle.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, it does actually.
Okay, but where would this clone come from? And why is the clone under Monica's control?
Because I think he came from the cloning labs, and I think he sort of is from the under Monica. I think I think, and if she can manipulate when the clone happens, right? Because the clone only inherits the memories at the time of the cloning, but if she can adjust that. She can do some kind of time travel thing and pull MODOK and clone him prior to him realizing Monica's evil and wanting to kill her and be on ally's side of that, which she's really freaking good at manipulating people anyways.
Wow.
I think
you wrote a whole book. You wrote a whole book in your spare time. I can see it.
But there's so many holes that I can't tell you that this is. I think it's legitimate, right? But I mean, I can write so many legitimate things that I can convince people that potentially Loki is Ultron, right? Or Roy, right? I still have that fun little thing on my thing, but so many
Fair.
holes. So many holes. Why is there Cavorite on that map? Which is what led me to the time travel thing. Why is there a Kree artifact on that map? Which is off to the side. Instead of you guys going straight for the point, you hang a left, and there's a little place where the gold chest is down in that one little hole. You hang a left in that, in the canyon. There's a Kree artifact in Cavorite in that little hole that you have to open up, whatever that's called. Sorry,
Anybody else? No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm just.
This is why Fate Walker is like the GOAT, because like honestly, all over my head. Like I would have never noticed any of that. Now I'm gonna go down there and just
I'm like, okay, I gotta go play this again.
She also has the Terrigen, right? The last time we saw Terrigen in that form was when it was literally on top of a Kree Sentinel over the bed.
Cavorite though? Those canisters? I thought it was
the canisters in that room, not Cavorite. I couldn't
Which room? Like, because we saw.
Okay, so when you start the mission, instead of going straight and going through the hallway to what is literally the beginning of the desert vault, but backwards.
Yeah.
Instead of hitting that, go left, and there will be an objective there that you can do.
Yeah, like the one in the in funeral. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go down into that hole where the gold chest is, Cavorite is on the wall.
Yeah, but there's also Cavorite in one of the hallways that you take to get to.
I didn't see. They're glowing blue, but they're sealed, and I couldn't discern whether or not they're Cavorite.
Because they look like the Cavorite canisters we see in the vault.
Right. They've reused that artifact, that asset multiple times, but there's a couple times when it doesn't have Cavorite in it, so I couldn't for sure say that was Cavorite. But Cavorite is time travel / multiversal travel. Now that. I don't know what's going on with the writing.
Maybe that's not a clone MODOK. Maybe that's a future MODOK that came back from like 15 minutes after being.
Maybe it's a multiverse MODOK.
Oh my god!
Like remember Jess confirmed multiverse.
I don't understand why Monica acted so surprised at the end when she saw MODOK, because we saw him previously in that.
Because she was surprised because it wasn't the MODOK she just sent off to the damn cloning lab. She was like, okay, why are you here already?
Yeah, but
that's what I'm getting for.
I
think she was surprised because her getting taken control of her, not surprised that he was there.
Oh.
Also, how did he get there? Like when you enter that room, he's not up there in that corner.
He teleported just like he teleported out.
I thought she teleported them out.
No, if you look, the teleport thingy comes right from his little square on his head. It like expands from there and then engulfs them both.
I mean, that makes sense that he can control like quantum tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
With his.
I mean, Kate already has quantum tech, so
right,
and it does the exact same thing. It explodes, then contracts.
You would expect to see that little bit of flash right before he shows up, right? Like you expect to see something.
But
There's
you're not.
So many holes.
That's a whole camera trick, though. You're not looking in that direction. So how can you see something if you're looking at Monica's face? Then you're like, okay, boom, camera turns, MODOK's there. That's
right. But if you're looking at Monica's face, have a little flash go off on the side, and you're like, "What was that flash?" Then all of a sudden,
you know how much that flash is gonna cost them people? That's like $100,000 flash, bro. They ain't got that kind of money right now.
Yeah, DC is going bankrupt.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys can all watch when me and Jay take on the Avengers Tower when it gets released in
2027.
Oh my god! Let me just tell you that Fate Walker changed my life with Disney Dreamlight Valley. Let me tell you, the tricks that man knows. Listen,
I gather it from everybody else.
Take credit. Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but I guess I'm in charge now. So, all right, we're back. I just assume when he leaves that like I'm the adult in the room, which is a big mistake.
It is.
I honestly just feel like they're gonna hopefully explain everything away when cloning lab starts, because honestly, I'm beyond fan theorizing anything at this point. Like I just assumed that like he telepathically said something to her and she's like, dope, let's bone. End of story.
Screaming.
Get your cosmic hands on.
Yeah.
Okay, next subject. Bye, y'all.
What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and share the video. It's an easy way to help the squad grow and give you more fire content, shows, and events. This is your DSG brand ambassador Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
Oh my gosh, y'all are crazy.
Something
people.
I said?
Yes, everything you said, Jay.
You invited me.
Every time I do it to myself.
I apologize to the
every
rest
time.
of you. I'm sorry if I derailed your beautiful show. Not Doom, the other four.
I'm pretty sure I derailed it all. Doom had a precise question to ask, and I ran.
You answered the question way more than I could possibly would have hoped for. It was a great answer. I'm just more confused now than.
Yo, me and
Yeah,
Mr.
it
Big
is
Saucy are
confusing.
feuding. We're feuding.
Uh-oh. Why y'all feuding?
Me and Big.
Oh, that's not Xbox. Oh no,
we're feuding. We're rivals.
Careful, guys. Let's.
Yeah, I'm going to
I mean, I'm in Fate Walker's like corner though. Like it's a lot going on. There's a lot of little small moving pieces. I've been on the Monica's the clone train this whole time. Like we've never fought the real Monica, and the one that we've seen on the screen during No Rest for the Wicked, I'm convinced that that's the real Monica, and she's finally starting to show herself because she's running out of options and she's running out of clones, and so now she's like, well,
we killed
I'm
them
gonna have to
all.
start dealing with y'all myself. Like we literally fought the two. I feel like that we fought in the tanks that we seen in the tanks. One of them we beat in beating the odds. This was the second one. So it's just like,
Then what happened to the Monica from the Cosmic Cube? Where did she go?
in the hole, in the bubble with
Monica go
old
down
Clint.
the hole.
And with old Clint. They disappeared into the ether.
She's baking
That might
cake.
punch you right now.
Cosmic
So
power. Honestly, that literally might be where she got her cosmic power. She went through the hole, this cosmic wormhole, and that's how she got her cosmic powers.
how did she get back, Fate?
Because I can't figure out how
It's
she's got
cosmic
cosmic
power.
holy hand.
Who says it's cosmic though? That looks like
it's
text to
yellow.
me. That don't.
Dude, I don't know if you know, but I have this app on my phone called Uber. She probably used that.
Wait,
Not
hold
Uber.
on. Are you telling me that they took this thing to introduce a new element that is very close to the cosmic color? Is that what you're telling me?
No, because I mean, Sonic and Cosmic are pretty close to the same damn color. They just give off different effects. But anyway,
yeah, but she never touched Wakanda. Like, she's
she's
not going to Wakanda for Sonic Gear.
I don't think that.
Why not?
I don't think what she's using is a status effect at all. I think it's technology. Because you notice when she hits the button, it turns yellow. Then she gets a suit on her. Then it turns into a remote control. Then MODOK does something to it, and then she's like, glum, glum, and she's going to use it as like cosmic punching fist or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think it's an actual status effect. I think it's just technology, Fate.
Okay. No. That again, like they don't give us enough to.
Yeah.
Sure. You had me at cosmic
but
punching
it could be Like there's so much they don't give us.
Mm-hmm.
This was the most. I don't want to say this. This was the most disappointing plot points because I had so many more. Nothing was answered for me.
Damn.
And I feel like the developers put something out that they wanted us to infer stuff on, but because they've given us so much that we can infer from, we don't know what.
Can somebody
what they want us to
call
prove.
CD?
Is it
ask
inferred or implied? It's an office joke. Never mind.
No, yeah.
I was hoping somebody would get it.
Like one of the questions I asked the devs.
Y'all know the episode now. Now that I said it. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Was the Cavorite and was the Kree artifact put on that map on purpose, or was it just a leftover artifact? Like, I need to know these answers because I need to know if I'm supposed to infer stuff from them or imply stuff from them. Or, yeah, welcome to my frustration. The first time I played through it, I was so excited. I was like, "What does this mean? What does this mean?" What? And then when I went back through it again and dove a little bit further and started thinking about what is this answer, and I just had more questions.
Fate, you confusing everybody now, bro. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't.
Alien Fire.
Yes.
What did they actually buff?
What did he actually buff?
Mm-hmm.
In the characters in general, you mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what they buffed. Like, did they buff melee to a certain extent? Did they make range more powerful? What's going on with the heroics? Could you tell me?
No, it's just hero. Like a lot of heroics now scale with might. So if you have a range character and like very little might, yeah. May not be that beneficial to you. So yes, I since I do have a pretty good amount of might on most of my characters, I did see somewhat of difference. Yeah, especially with I saw a difference with Cap, with Widow, with Hulk, bit with Iron Man. But yeah, no, I did see some changes and for the better. Like with Hulk, I took him to fight Abomination, and I used his Thunderclap right after the Bone Shaker, and I must have hit like 2.5 million, 3 million, something like that, which I had never done before. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your Hulk is 175 or is he?
No, he's 168. He's 168.
I might need to play Hulk again. If they bring the Hulk,
Hulk
back, I might have to.
Hulk
I got like 500 valor on that boy.
Yeah.
So
And now we can punch Abomination in the face without getting staggered or down instantly, which is fantastic. So yeah, Hulk got the yeah.
Okay. Not Alien Fire, but QKS Kitty. Will this matter in future content if the enemies are harder or have a higher difficulty? All these buffs.
They will matter. What matters the most is actually the not getting staggered as much during melee fights. That is very much noticeable, at least on my part. All my heroes have higher survivability now. The buffs themselves, yes, you will notice them because you will still run some of the older missions from time to time just to do the dailies and weeklies and all that. And that you can get done faster and you'll probably like and enjoy that. And then you can go to the actual content that's challenging and, you'll still notice the buffs.
Okay. You think the buffs will matter in future content when the enemies are harder or there's a higher difficulty? Big Saucy?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
No. You gonna go and press repeat on his day? I'm not repeating.
Get off Twitter, boo. Get off.
I'm not on Twitter. I was actually looking at the chat. I just glanced over at the chat real quick.
Do you think the buffs will matter in future content if the content is harder or has a higher difficulty? Like, have y'all been into the harm room on Brutal since?
Well, you straight sent him into orbit.
Yeah.
Saucy.
Yeah, if only you just repeated the question.
I heard what you said, though. I heard what you said. I don't think so. I feel like Kitty said, I did kind of go in the harm room and do some stuff, and it was kind of the same. For me, well, I went in with Widow. I already know I'm going in with Widow, and because things scale with might now, most of my things with my Widow is might related. So it was, like I said, still like kind of how I already had her built. So yeah, because I finished it a little faster than I normally do.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. Good stuff.
It was. Yeah.
I don't understand why everyone is like, sort of panicking about this, because when the first time we got through the raid, we did fine. Like it was hard, but it didn't kill anyone. Like I had
Oh,
never done the whole thing on Google,
I was
and
on the team that lost to Fate and Bob, and then we were second place. And that I literally wanted to quit playing Marvel's Avengers forever after that raid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost threw my remote control. Like it was not fun for me after.
well, because you got mollywopped the whole time.
That's such a great word.
I mean, I
love
was
that
literally
word.
I'm getting mollywopped. I mean, we don't really know what the hell we were doing. Like we sat in that room with Shuri, the Shuri room
Yeah.
or whatever. We opening up every damn
See, that,
door you could possibly open and sent. Man, it was bad. It was
that
bad.
is why when really complicated content comes out like that, you
Yes.
gotta watch other people do it first, and then once
We were the first. Yeah.
No, that's it. No, that's just it. You shouldn't. If you're the first to play it, of course you're gonna feel like run around like a headless chicken. I mean,
Yes.
but no, like that. That's not what I did. I took the time to watch other people play it, and once I got in, I was a bit confused, but and I didn't feel like the enemies were super powerful either. Like I think it's harder in the brutal harm room than it ever was in the raid. So I don't think like this whole thing about people, you gotta do the brutal harm. No, we don't. No, because not until
That
we
is to
actually
test
found
your
it.
own might, though, to see if you would have issues
I have
outside
enough
of.
light, darling. I have enough light, darling. I don't need more light.
I can't with you right now. I cannot. Faye Walker. You think these buffs will be beneficial to future content if it's harder or has a higher difficulty via Horn Room 185?
I think it'll be beneficial. Well, I mean, all around, it's going to be more beneficial for people to get through the content easier. I think with these buffs, because we know like the only thing brutal does is you take more damage and do less damage, or technically the enemy does more damage and takes less damage from you. I think it's an enemy buff, not a you debuff.
Right, it is an enemy buff, definitely.
And what I'm hoping from Clone Labs, which we got a little bit of it from the raid, which again, Clone Labs is an OLT, not a raid. So do not God, I hate that I'm saying this. Do not expect raid level puzzles in this OLT. Compare it to your other OLT. And right. I really wanted more raid level stuff because, and they're trying to hire for a new boss enemy designer so we can get probably a little bit more fun stuff. Like let's take Kitty's complaint about Monica, the two double Monicas. I think it would have been cool if you put a wall between the two Monicas, and that way the range also had to move to a different spot to attack, which would then make melee feel just as powerful. If you put them in two separate rooms that you have to bounce between and they become invulnerable. This was like if you wanted to make the super adaptoid fight a little bit more tactical, you make the main super adaptoid go invulnerable when it splits and make you take out the ads first before going after it again.
Kind of like the whole claw thing, right?
Yeah. So I think that if they do that kind of stuff in some of these newer contents in this Clone Lab stuff, I think people will find more enjoyment out of it because right now all it is a DPS race, and
that gets boring.
Yeah, and this buff will help that. This buff will help a DPS race 100%.
Okay. J Shock Blast, you want to answer the question? Do I need to repeat it?
What was the question again?
Figures. Future content, harder, buff, yada yada. Go.
Oh, it's a good thing I knew what the question was. I just wanted to repeat it. I noticed the buff because I played some characters I haven't played in a while. Because I didn't want to just keep running this. I wanted to play the mission my 5 times, get my stupid nameplates I'm never going to use again. And so I ran the raid as Hulk because I just bought that Thor Ragnarok Hulk skin because it's freaking dope. It's the one I always wanted for him, and YOLO, I wanted it. So I'm like, I honestly have not played Hulk since champion levels came out.
Since the first nerf, then pretty much.
Yeah, so like I had purple gear, and I managed to get through it no problem. And I was honestly a little surprised because I had taken out I think Black Widow at one point, like a couple months ago at this point, but and she was struggling because she was kind of in the same position. And so I definitely noticed there was something more going on because I felt like I was holding my own. So it's good. I mean, obviously, Sadat's not here, so let me go ahead and say they buffed it so they can nerf it again later, in his honor, because that's what he would say. But like honestly though, like, who wanted to be a superhero and feel like a superhero in a superhero game? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the way it's supposed to be, especially when you're fighting these nobody characters. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I don't go into harm rooms. I don't like mess around at that. But I did play it on Challenge 4, the level that is on Challenge 4 with I can play with Jane, who I have at like 159. And like I think we cleared it easier than Challenge 2.
Wow.
It might have just been lucky. And I was only playing with like one other actual human. So I had like 2 AI teammates. And I cleared it like on my own with 3 AI teammates, like with no problem in Black Panther. So I think it's good. I think it's what it should have been all along. Better late than never.
Oh, by the way, they did Kate dirty.
Did they Kate dirty?
You said dirty with that heroics update. Yeah.
What happened with Kate?
I don't know. Like she didn't. Maybe it's the way I built mine, but I didn't notice any significant upgrade in terms of damage with her heroics. I don't know. It was just like, it felt like meh. So
Yeah,
maybe
I thought I was crazy. I honestly thought I was the only person who thought that.
No,
I've been playing with Kate to get her to 175, and I honestly feel like she's ass. Sorry, Suki, love you, girl. But Kate's like literally.
But I don't know if Bloody is in the chat. Maybe he could confirm or infirm this, but I don't know. It's I was kind of like.
Okay, well, what hero do you guys think benefited the most from this heroic buff from
Cap.
2.6? Cap?
For me, Cap.
Okay. QKS Kitty?
I haven't tested Cap yet, but for me, I say Widow.
Widow? Big Saucy?
I'm gonna say Widow also.
Fate
I
Walker?
haven't really tried everybody else.
I think watching everybody's excitement on Twitter and seeing their stuff, I think Hulk is slightly above Cap. I think so many people, Hulk is just doing so many.
Well,
so
I
much
just said
crazy
personally.
damage.
I just said personally, but yeah, Hulk would be my second one, but definitely, yeah, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
Nothing that was buffed in this helped me in the way I designed the characters that I play.
That's your answer from Bloody Alien.
I didn't know there's anything really worth Kate. Okay, yeah. So that's confirms what I was
sad.
They did her dirty. They really did.
Shot Glass, what you who do you think benefit most?
What was the question?
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I also say Hulk. I also say Hulk, and that's only from personal experience. That doesn't mean he necessarily is, but I've played as the 2 Thors. Let me take that back. As Thor and Jane Foster, as Black Panther and Hulk, and I think that's it. I might have played as Hawkeye, but like I definitely like I said, my Hulk is straight trash. Okay, like absolute trash, and I was able to get through the thing like pretty much fine. I think I got taken down twice in the final encounter. But again, my Hulk should be trash. So I think that says everything.
Fate Walker, question for you, sir, and anybody else who may want to answer this. But did melee get affected by this buff at all?
I think Melee got a decent nudge, but I don't think having might tied into a lot of heroics is big because it means your heroics are doing more damage. So you'll see more people lean towards a might heroic build more than like a precision heroic build or precision valor build. Like it went before this buff, you would see people valor. If I have a slot left, little survivability, and then if I have to choose something else, they're always going to pick precision over might. Now with this, they're going to pick probably might over maybe even some defense and healing, just because it does boost those heroics now. So but I don't think it's going to make people play Melee. I think it's just going to make people that do heroic rotations have more might.
So Valor doesn't affect heroics anymore now?
No,
It does.
it'd be Valor than
It
might.
does. Yeah, it's Valor and Might.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
What I'm
added
saying-
Might basically.
Right.
Oh, they
What I'm
added.
saying-
Okay, they added Mike to
Yeah.
the. Okay. That's weird, isn't it? Then, like, because I know, like, most of my characters are precision built characters, except for my Hawkeye. He's my hybrid, but most of my characters are precision built. So, how did they not? Did that not affect
no,
or
but
anything?
That's you. But I aside from Hawkeye, I think I play most of and Iron Man. I play most of mine hybrid. Like it depends on your play style. Like
Yeah.
No, I'm asking. I am a more precision
yeah.
person
But
than
not
Mike.
it doesn't mean that everyone or the majority.
No, I'm asking about for me. Is my heroics not buffed because I
okay.
use precision?
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm seriously asking the question.
Your
I'm trying to find out. Like
Your heroics could do more damage if your secondary stat instead of precision is might.
I don't
Um,
like.
Mhm.
I don't even know what the
depends-
point is. You're still bad at the game, so what does it matter?
Yeah. But it also depends because I think for Cade or it was Clint, they actually made some heroic scale with precision instead of might.
It's probably Kate.
Mhm.
Clint didn't get anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it was like 2. Definitely the anti-damage shield that we got was big. I'm hoping that this is a baseline and they're gonna make it a little bit more than it is. I want to see a little bit bigger of a or shorter of a cooldown. Make the shield last longer. I would like to see that happen, and then might still needs. Might still needs a way to not get staggered. Like it'd be really cool if it'd be amazing. Actually, this would be it. If the more might you had, the less often you could be staggered to a point where you can never be staggered. Would totally change the game.
Didn't they want to make it the other way around? That the more might you have, the easier it is for you to stagger the enemies.
Right,
Which
but
in turn leads to them not being able to stagger you as much
yeah,
anymore.
but that doesn't count for the people who are off your field of view. That's your single target. That's your staggering. That doesn't count for the people who are hitting you from the side. I'm talking about where precision. The reason why precision is so powerful is you see the whole field and you see what's coming at you. Where might you don't see the whole field and things are coming at you from behind. So if you could stop a melee character from staggering, stop them from being staggered or just don't interrupt their combos. Like just keep the combo going. That could also make might feel so much better.
and losing your recharge because you get hit. Like what the?
yeah, that's pretty horrible. Real quick, let's highlight the
Just
homegirl.
dodge, you know.
Let's highlight the homegirl.
Hey, we gotta holler at the homegirl. Let's.
The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the
Hey guys, it's Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. So why don't you look your best by rocking your very own Fire Trash t-shirt? Where to get it, you might ask? Go to financialfelons.com and use code DOOM for 15% off. Support your favorite team and look fly doing it. Take a picture in your shirt and send it to us at doomsquad_DSG on Twitter and we will be sure to shout you out. I'll be looking forward to seeing your swag. Don't forget, use code DOOM at checkout for your 15% off. See you soon and let the good times roll.
fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash.
Holler at.
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by the magnificent J. Shad Blast,
I didn't interrupt you. I was helping you
Stop
get to
talking,
your
Jay.
segment.
Stop talking, Jay. While I'm talking. Before we start fighting again.
No.
Say it again. I dare you.
No. Don't bring me back. I just have to sit and wait. You know, it's fine.
He hates me, and I love it. I love it, and I love it. Anyways, it's been crazy on Twitter. Let's get to Twitter as far as Marvel's Avengers is concerned. The leaked skins that are in the lobbies right now. You got your shell shaded Captain America. You've got your Ultimate Thor. I saw a new Black Widow skin yesterday that I don't even want to mention it because people is gonna freak out if they seen it. But it is what would they rather have Miller just saying, "Yo, this might come out," instead of literally it popping up all through the game right now? And anybody can answer this question that feels like.
You better hit my DMs with that widow skin.
I knew you was gonna say that. No.
Hit my DMs
No,
because I need to see her.
you already got a brand new widow skin that you've already taken.
I don't care.
18,000 pictures of and posted them.
I don't care. I want to see what this new one is. Because if it's what I think it is, like I said the other day when I found out that we were getting this skin, Avengers is perfect. Game of the year 2022. All my bugs left as soon as the skin comes out.
He said, "Oh
no."
Mm-hmm.
But
the question is, do you think CD would rather have Miller still leaking? Because again, y'all know Miller is like he's giving up on at least for 2.6. He's not giving y'all no info right now. The boy said, "I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want what happened to the GTA 6 leakers to happen to me." So as far as anything like that is concerned, you won't see it from him. So
according to my replies, like Miller not leaking has nothing to do with these skins being ripped into the game. You know, like they don't care either way. They want both of them gone. That was an all-time dumb comment, but so I don't know. I'm probably paraphrasing it wrong, but he was stupid, so who cares? So here's the thing: is this the first time we've actually seen people like able to rip the actual skin and put it in the game? Because I don't remember that on any.
It's happened before, but it wasn't on this scale before. It was like maybe one person, and they weren't ripping it. Those actually happened by accident because the people were surprised that they had it. Right now, it's like no, they're going in and ripping them out. And
wow,
that's what I thought.
There was a Mega Hive thing, right? A while ago, where you could do something with a Mega Hive and you get access to skins that were not released at all.
But I don't think that's what they're doing right now, right? They're literally going in the files and taking them. Correct?
That's what I'm hearing. They're doing the whole save wizard to the skin, not just to the where they add on statuses and add on might and valor and yada yada. They're literally ripping the skin out of the files that's not even released, then doing whatever they do with the save wizard, and now it's their skin. And they're in the lobby.
And I don't want to silence the black man. I don't want to upset Sadat the gamer. So I apologize if I jumped in a little too soon. So here's the thing. Like what Miller does is not illegal, I guess. I mean, I've never understood like the issues that they have with Miller when you look at a game like Fortnite and they literally celebrate these people. Okay, like these people are like verified accounts on Twitter. Like when a new update comes out on Fortnite, you see Fire Monkey and all those people just go absolutely nuts for hours digging through the files and getting people hyped up for the release. And that was always my interpretation of what Miller's doing. Now, on the side, there are current or former employees with Crystal that are talking to him. I don't know what it is. I don't know who they are. So that's another issue altogether. So when we talk about him as a leaker, he's not the problem in that scenario. It's whoever's giving him the information. That's who they should be mad at. So like, I personally, if I was Crystal Dynamics, would rather what Miller does every day of the week then knowing that people are going into the game files, taking it and putting it into the game, not paying for it, those people should absolutely be banned and lose their accounts. That's highly egregious, and like
that's actually stealing at this point.
is.
I was about to say
It is stealing.
Yeah.
One person.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just saying one person is just showing you what's coming in the upcoming update, whereas you have people who are actually going in, not paying for these skins, and just parading them around. Yeah, just parading them around, having fun, doing them. And I'm just like,
and it's such a catch-22 because like the reason why those files are in the game is because like they can only do so many updates. So when they do the 2.6 update or whatever update, they're obviously going to put the files in there so that they can just decrypt them on their end at a later date. Like the process for getting an update approved by PlayStation and Steam and Xbox is not a simple, hey, here it is, let it go. It has to go through like validation and all that kind of stuff. So like that's why they do it, and that's why Fortnite does it. Why you're seeing like every once in a while they'll slip it by. They won't decrypt it until like the very last second to make it a little surprising. It happens very rarely, but like you'll see, like I follow iFireMonkey, okay, for Fortnite, and you'll see, file number XX321 has been decrypted. More details soon. You know what I mean? So like
the whole Iron Man skin that's supposed to come out at the end of the month.
Exactly. So you'll see stuff like that pop up, but I'm gonna just call you Big Saucy because that's what it says on the screen. I know that you have like a really long like name, and it's like I don't care. It's 2017, so I'm gonna call you Big Saucy.
Who cares? His name is.
Not I don't care. It's 2017.
Big Saucy is his damn name.
I want to get it right. I got
Sadat.
I got Sadat in the chat. He's gonna correct me. So. Anyway, like he rightfully said, Miller's just putting up files and saying this is a file that's in the database. You know what I mean? Like it's just a picture, a whole new ball game than actually taking them, using them, playing them. I mean, like, am I sad that I got to see those things? No, but like I don't know, man. It's kind of a different level. I don't like it.
Anybody else want to jump in on that?
I also don't. I just don't like how they treated him and that whole situation. All like the subtweeting, all of that stuff, and then you have all of this stuff happening, and it's like crickets. They're not saying anything. You don't hear them saying nothing. Nick's on the Reddit.
I got a question for y'all. Then I'm gonna go across the board. Did Miller himself anything that he data mined or gave us as, I don't like to say the word leak now, y'all got me, because it's not really leaks. Any information that Miller gave us about stuff that was coming, did that deter you from wanting to play Marvel's Avengers at all? And I'll start with you, Alien Fire. Yes or no?
No, why would it? On the contrary, it usually gets me excited, and I'm still waiting for that new Thor skin from Ragnarok with Surtur's crown on his back, and I'm ever since I saw it, I was like, I want it. No, yeah, like no, and everything that he puts out is just like, oh my god, I can't wait till it comes out, and no, it makes me want to play more and stick with it. So yeah.
QKS Kitty, same question.
No, not at all. Usually, yes, it gets me more excited. Would I wish for CD to be able to surprise me more? Yes, but they don't have enough to hold anything back for surprises. So
yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, they should stop complaining about the leaking and just like
Big Saucy. Does Miller deterred you from wanting to play the game or being hyped for the game with anything that he's released as far as information or skins or what may be coming?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you had me for a second. I was like,
No,
I was like, hold on, get out of here, Saucy. You can't even.
You can't kick anybody else off. You can only kick me off.
True.
Okay, if you say so, Jay. I mean, hey. Oh, God.
But everything I've ever seen him post, it's made me even more excited. I've always been like, why didn't they tell us this? Why aren't they saying this? Why aren't they saying that? Literally, whole months go by, and then the day before something happens, they're like, "Oh wait, y'all are getting this also. Have fun." And it's like, "What, girl? What?" Whereas Miller will drop it like literally a whole month beforehand, and then they'll start doing promo for it. But by the time they've started doing promo for it, we've already been having conversations about it for a week, so we're already excited for it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Faye Walker, I mean, you kind of have a inside scoop on most of this stuff anyway, but has Miller ever deterred you or made you not want to, be hyped for the game at all? You can be honest if he has. I'm trying to figure out the truth here.
So what Miller's revealed has never made, to answer your question, no, he's not done that. But here comes a 20-hour story. I don't think any of the I think if the developers could announce it ahead of what Miller's time frame is, they would have, and they would. And there's going to be information we'll never know of why they couldn't. I could paint a picture of Square Enix's marketing team was really upset with them that these leaks were getting out, and they said that we're going to cut your funding if these leaks get out. And they got out, and then all of a sudden, where's their team? It's in.
Oh, snap!
They got sold. But you can't. That's company information. You can't take that internal data and send that out. Is that what happened? No. I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know, right? But hopefully not. Why did She-Hulk not come out yet? People are like, well, Crystal Dynamics is just trying to make Miller seem bad, or maybe they lost their license because it got leaked, because it got out. Sorry, I like the fact of not saying that it got leaked, or maybe for another reason that we just don't know about. I'm very neutral, I guess, on this stance. I'm one of the first ones there that I've.
What
Am I in
happened?
charge
I'm
again?
screaming.
All right, you can continue your point, Fate. I don't know what happened there, but I'm in charge now. The adult is leading the table.
No, I'm very neutral. I'm very neutral. He's released stuff that's made me hyped. He's released stuff that I've sat there and gone, it'd be really nice if the content creators could get it out there, because I know how much time some of these content creators that are in that creator program have put into it. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle on it all. But he has never released anything that has made me not want it. He has enticed people to expect that everything he says is going to be true. Not him. Well, hold on. People have inferred from him, and those people need to check themselves. Not Miller, because Miller's not the problem there. It's those people who don't realize that these are things that could, but aren't set in stone, and they need to get that straight. Because the hate that some of these developers are getting because She-Hulk's not out, or things aren't being delivered, that some things were said that weren't official. I mean, Miller's not the only one. When we heard about the thing with Technic and his voice acting coach being the voice
that was
of it
bigger
on the
than
Xbox.
Yeah, that was bigger than what
And
Miller did.
people are like crapping on them because She-Hulk's not out, and they're like, you guys had this in the books. Why are you guys dragging your feet? A number of reasons that they can't probably talk about, and one of them could be they lost their license on it.
Wow.
Until they announce it, it's not fact.
Damn, son. Damn. Like this whole show just blew up.
I'm screaming.
Like, for real, I don't
like
even like everything else I
want
want to ask, at least in this specific topic, it's irrelevant at this point. Like, what?
And CDs, the way CD has handled Miller publicly is also been shit.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I work in product development area, so I kind of sort of can relate to the developers on that standpoint, and I just try to bring that information that I get. I'm not in game development, but I am in a software development type framework, and those kind of things can hurt, and some of them don't hurt. So I'm just trying to bring that perspective. And
bruh,
yeah.
No, well, I'm gonna just say this much. Not last week.
Are you gonna let me have a turn? Like, do I have?
Last week on, not last week, but the week. Gee, this is like the 5th time this show, bro. We gotta stop meeting like this, Jay. For real. But, I just want to say something real quick, and you can talk, Jay. Just let me say this real quick. Not last week, but the week before, we had Pewter Odin on, and we're all talking about She-Hulk, and he was like, "Do not expect She-Hulk," and I know Pewter talks to people behind the scene, you know what I mean? And I actually ended up doing the video. I was like, you might want to listen to Pewter Odin. He is not just talking out his ass. You saying what you just said makes perfect sense as to why he would even say anything like that. But Jay, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Whew, y'all got me hot. I almost took off my shirt.
Am I really allowed to go?
No, but go ahead anyway.
All right. So there's so much to digest there. Oh my God, there's so many things. And I forgot all of them because like Doom just wouldn't shut up and let me go. He had to like, what the heck? Okay. Anyway, at some point in my brain right now, I'm saying I agreed with Cute Chaos Kitty, but I don't remember what she said that I agree with. So it was, I think it was, what's the question again?
Oh God, I don't even know the question.
Miller and his reveals of some of the stuff.
Oh yes,
Did that
deter you from your excitement or from wanting to be in
so no, and it shouldn't. I mean, like honestly, the one takeaway I had was like, if they really changed anything about She-Hulk because of Miller, like that's pathetic.
Yeah, that
I mean that would be just ridiculous. I just I don't know. I kind of like lost my train of thought because of the last boot that was not deserved.
It wasn't, but I mean, hey.
I thought this man was not going to let me speak on this, and I had I like whatever Kitty said. I super agreed with.
What did you say, Kitty?
I think it was that CD doesn't really have a lot to surprise us.
Yes.
Miller
That's
basically
what it was.
leaks
Thank you.
everything, and it isn't really much that he leaks.
That was what it was. It was that like, do I wish that I could be surprised whenever something like this comes out when it's there in game, when the item shop, like remember there was a time when the item shop would update and we'd all be waiting to see what was there, and then it was like, ooh, Christmas morning. It's been a long time. So yes, that was what it was, because it was a great point. Like I would love to be surprised, but like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I feel the same way about Fortnite and Apex and all the other games this happens in. And they definitely, I think I don't like follow a lot of the devs because like I just don't care. And I just, the ones that like everybody always are pointing out, like I just really don't understand the point of like subtweeting and like throwing shade and not like just directly addressing it. Like it's childish. Like, you know, like we get it. In a perfect world, you know, I understand that they don't want that information spoiled for them because they have so little to hold on to and share to get people excited. But like people are excited when he finds something and shows it, and then people are excited all over again once it's real. You know what I mean? So I feel like he has done them more of a service than anyone, especially Sadat the Gamer, because fuck that guy.
I'm screaming.
Just demonetize this stream.
It's not. It's good.
Just want to make sure that I point out if anybody got that I was implying that Miller's leaks caused things to not happen, that was not. the point.
You're
Was
not-
not what I was giving the impression that
I know.
there are a lot of different things that we don't know about. That wasn't to you, Jay. It was
No, I know.
Just yeah. I want to make sure that I go to Miller. I sub to him. I enjoy hanging out in his chat.
It's not it's not the first time that I've heard somebody like infer that or imply that. So I don't think there's any possibility. Like, imagine like you're a game developer and you delay an entire character because some leaker you don't like, or I'm sorry, data miner you don't like, caught wind of it and like revealed it 8 months early. Like, can you imagine shifting it for that reason? Like, there's only so many layers. Right.
Yeah.
There's only so many layers of petty I can buy.
I'm so sorry, but dude, that gets out, with some of the reactions and stuff that I've seen on Twitter from devs, I could see it. I could honestly see it, bro, because they're petty, dog. They are petty people sometimes. Bro.
They are not in a position to be that petty.
You asked me a question and I answered you.
Oh no! Listen, it's like I'm replying to what you said.
I know, bro.
You made a very rare good point, and I was acknowledging it.
I can't see you right now. I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other, Jay. So hold on for 1 second.
It might not have been CD who pulled the plug on her. If the plug's pulled on her, it might not have been CD. It could have been Marvel. Marvel may have not given the go ahead because we know CD has stated in previous development blogs that they have to present the stuff to Marvel and Marvel signs off on it. And they had because we know that they've done the voice acting. That's apparent. We know that they've got the model. They probably have all the kit and she's probably ready to ship. Something is blocking it, and I don't think it's the developers. Also, we need to. I know this is something I think you're getting into later. We need to stop shitting on the frontline devs and start shitting on the upper.
That's literally the next. You know what? Let's go ahead to commercial break, and then we're gonna go ahead and get right on into that. Queen, let's go.
And family over everything, so DSG he rocking it. World domination, baby, ain't nobody topping that.
Hey guys, Queen here, and welcome to the all-new, different DSG Block Party. Every Friday night, come rock with the best. Different games each Friday night, from Avengers to Destiny to Among Us and more. Join your favorite team playing some of the hottest games out there. So squad up with the DSG Block Party. This is your Doom Squad gaming brand ambassador, Gamer Nerd Queen, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
Toxicity in the community. Lately, it's been
I need
nuts.
to know if that was a Skitty or a Sylveon in the background.
Wait, wasn't it Espeon?
I don't know.
You
want to watch it again? You want to watch it again to find out?
I mean, I think we would all love to watch it again.
Okay.
I don't.
And family over everything, so DSG he rocking it. World domination, baby, ain't nobody topping that.
Hey guys, Queen here, and welcome to the all-new, different DSG Block Party. Every Friday night, come rock with the best. Different games each Friday night, from Avengers to Destiny to Among Us and more. Join your favorite team playing some of the hottest games out there. So squad up with the DSG Block Party. This is your Doom Squad gaming brand ambassador, Gamer Nerd Queen, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
Is that
It was Eeyore. It was Eeyore.
Okay.
Next to Charmander?
No, it's totally a Skitty. It's a Skitty because you can see the tail. Yeah.
I have no clue what y'all talking about, but okay. Toxicity in the community lately has just been, it's been crazy. To be honest, the environment is nuts right now. Like it's too toxic for 2022. God damn it! Like it's really crazy out there. I'm gonna ask each and every one of y'all. And Saucy, I don't know if you know this, but we can't see you again, bro. You just like John Cena and us.
Weird.
Yeah, you're still gone.
Yeah. Okay. I'll leave and come back.
He didn't want to see it again.
Yeah, I didn't.
Damn it.
Criticism versus trolling. Like seriously, like some of the stuff that I've seen that's in relation to 2.6 has been dead on facts, at least as far as I'm concerned. And some of it is just go touch some damn grass. Alien Fire, what have you seen any of the toxicity and what do you even have to say about that?
No, I'm glad I haven't. Maybe because I've been away from Twitter a bit more because I actually have a job now. But yeah, no, and thankfully because no, I would have been upset, or I would have just like trashed on those trolls, and no. No, I don't know. Like what? Please enlighten me. Please tell me what people have been saying.
I'd rather not, to be honest with you.
It's that bad, eh?
It's just ignorant and silly to me. You know, like it's a waste of time almost. But it's going down, and that's going to lead into my next question. So let me ask Q Chaos Kitty, have you seen any of the criticism versus trolling, and what do you think about it?
I have seen some, and I think people need to chill more, especially on Twitter and the social media in general, and also the rest of the internet, like Reddit and all of that. Because first of all, we're just talking about a game here, right? It's supposed to bring us fun and joy, and if it doesn't, then play something else. You know, there's tons of games out there. And thousands of developers.
Well, Marvel's Avengers is their
YouTube
game and it's their IP, and that's how it's supposed to be, right?
I'm screaming because clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. You on Twitter asking for the same information that we're asking for. Calm down.
Big Saucy, criticism versus trolling. What you thinking?
I'll say I'm very vocal on the Twitter about this stuff. If I was a game dev, people would literally hate my guts. I promise you, I would troll your ass right back. My grandmother plays Avengers better than you. My grandma got a better build than you got. Stop playing with me. Like, don't. It's
not Granny Saucy.
It makes me angry because it's just like these people are human beings. They're people.
Are you sure?
They're literally just like you.
They're robots in disguise. Anyway,
I'm talking about the trolls, not the devs, by the way.
I know. Faye Walker. Actually, I really want to hear what you got to say, so I'm gonna save you for last. We can just listen to Jay Shock Blast blurt out whatever for a couple of seconds, and then we'll get to the real end. Oh, hey Jay, how you doing, bro?
What did I ever do to you?
I'm waiting on the evil Jay to show back up. You've just been all smiles tonight, bro.
Shit. And I am on my hero arc right now.
I know. I need evil Jay back. I'm like been trying to provoke him, but hero Jay is just too strong.
I just feel like I feel like the internet just sucks in general sometimes. You know, it's like the best and worst thing to ever happen to society. You know, on one hand, here we are, the six of us, completely different people from completely different walks of life, from completely different, one person, 3 different countries represented. You know what I mean? You know, we got Canada, Germany. You know, you're all the way out in Pacific Northwest. I think Fate said he's down south,
which is like its own little Florida's its own little country anyways at this point.
Yeah, so like, you know, you would never in a million years we would have never met, interacted, and I think that's beautiful. And on the other hand, you have these just absolute morons, you know what I mean, like that just don't understand. Like, it is day 750. If you are still complaining about Marvel's freaking Avengers, you are the problem. Like, you're the problem. Like, there is nothing, there's no anchor tied to your ass saying that you have to play Marvel's Avengers every day of your life. You know, like, there are so many other video games, you know, and I just don't understand. Like, I understand getting upset that things aren't going well and things aren't like going fast, but at a certain point, like, it's on you to understand that they have established what they are. And that's why I started bringing up how many days it's been since the game came out. Because at what point in time do you just have to accept this is what it is and it's never going to be more than that. And if it is, just be happy when that happens.
When it
you know?
happens.
And,
It happens.
Yeah, so like, and it sucks that we're there because like that's not like ideally what we would want from any video game, but like there is something that's keeping you playing for so long. So like obviously you're enjoying it to some extent. And would we all like it to be better? Yeah, but like just think about any job you've ever had in life. Like when a customer comes in and starts yelling at you, how have you ever reacted to that? Do you just like get down and say, "Yes, Mr. Customer. Yes, Mr. Customer." Is that what you do? No. I'm glad Doom wasn't looking. Wow, nobody was looking. Thank God.
I see you right here, Jay. I literally have 3 screens and I'm looking at
everything.
So like,
and it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't. All right, it was probably bad acting on my part because I don't know how any of that functionality works.
Yeah, that's not how you do it.
So,
you guys need a little, yeah.
I don't need to learn how to do none of that. I'm good.
But let's be real though. Like none of us respond to that. So why do you think that after 750 days of dealing with just total moronic bullish? Sorry, Doom, not getting demonetized.
I want some change in. Say what you feel like, sir, please. And thank
I
you.
taught you that trick, by the way. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, but like no, like it's just I just have no. I've never had patience for that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I don't even follow Play Avengers anymore because like I hate that like there's people in the community that I like that feel the need to just respond to every tweet every time with the same crap. So like in order to not feel their toxicity, which is more, I think, for the lols than it is anything else, I just unfollowed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know, like because it's just old and it's annoying and it's not funny. Like it's like if I don't know. All right, Fate, your turn.
Fate Walker, criticism versus trolling in the community. What have you seen so far, my guy?
I mean, we saw what happened with Respawn, right? Like that coming out, like mad respect for them. I'm glad that they took that stance. It sucks for the community. It sucks for the fans of that game, but I'm glad that they're protecting their developers and their employees. I kind of wish CD would do it. I kind of wish CD would just say stop all communications and make that statement and be like if the toxicity is that bad, just make that statement. Follow lines with Respawn, because I think that was a great move. On just like we're done with communication. Sorry, like we value our employees more than we value your opinion.
No, this is. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Go ahead.
No, this is a question for everybody. So if you're not, I mean, if you got more to say, go ahead.
I want to tap onto that real quick. Sorry. Yeah. Like imagine you are at a point in your life where you're so goddamn mad about a video game that you start looking for individual fucking developers to see if they work for Respawn just so you can bitch about the same thing at them like they don't know. Like imagine thinking nobody saw your criticism or all the other people. Imagine
your criticism being so important to you that you think it's that important to somebody else. Picture that though.
These are the same people. I was gonna make this like I wanted to tag on to their thing and kind of sort of try to relate it to these people that just don't have the mental capacity to understand what they're doing. Imagine going to a movie theater, getting your popcorn, and then going up to the usher who's cleaning up the popcorn and going, "Your prices are shit. You're get out of here." Yeah. You know, why are you such a horrible company? Why did you make this decision to charge this much for tickets? Why why are the bathrooms cleaned on the other side of the thing? You're yelling at the frontline person. Yeah, you're frustrated, and yeah, they're the only person public that you can yell at, and that's who I guess you're wanting to get your frustrations out. And I get it. People are frustrated with it. There's so much more that we want out of this game, and there are some people that are just coming from that world of frustration, and I get you, and and I'm sorry it's frustrating.
Well, I'm
And
sorry too,
I
but you
hope.
know what? You're not the only person in the world. Your frustrations, dude, like these people that work on this game are people too. That's why I've held
They frustrated.
Excelsior podcast showing you, hey, this is a person, guys. This is what they do after they get off of work. You know, that's what Excelsior Now was even about. And people are still like, the games. I'm like, bro, he just tweeted about the Bears. The Bears, bro.
These people, and we obviously see it with, we know some devs, like, they are not trained with customer-facing communications. That usher at the movie theater is either going to go in the back room and cry because they're being paid minimum wage to not deal with your shit, or they're going to pop off on you because they're not getting paid enough for your shit, right?
And they're not really willing and ready to deal with your BS, man. That's your BS that you trying to put on somebody else.
Okay.
You dig? Like we said earlier, this is not my Marvel's Avengers video game. This is not your Marvel's Avengers video game. It's a game that we fucking play. It's a video game.
I love when people come into my stream talking about that, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? Let me pause my game real quick so I can turn your ass out and then get back to it.
If you want to know what a dead game is, if you want to know what a dead game is, Magic Legends.
Never heard of it.
Exactly. You know why? Because it's a dead game and no one talks about it. If you're walking into a stream and going dead game, guess what? It's not freaking dead.
Isn't that the one that they tried to like do a Diablo style game?
Oh my god, it was so good. Jay, it was so freaking good.
I played it at PAX East last year, and I think I played like the beta like once.
It's a niche. It was a niche. It was a deck building game, Diablo. It was a Diablo deck building game, and I love deck building games, which is why I'm gonna love Midnight Suns when it comes out. But it's too niche. There's not enough people who play Diablo and also play deck building games. I was like, oh yeah, this would be great. Which is why I died. But yeah, I loved it because I love both of those genres.
Question for the panel. Start from the Alien Fire all the way down to the Fate Walker. Do you think devs should use burner accounts instead of their main accounts?
Who does that? Like, what do you mean burner account? Like
an account that they can just be themselves and not have
that. I was saying exactly that about Brian the other day, who keeps complaining that, I know that people follow me only because I'm a dev. Well, get your own personal account. And if people follow you there, then, it's their business and you can, do your thing. And then when you actually want to talk about the game or about what you do, then use your more official Brian the Dev account. Yeah, that's exactly what because I do the same on Twitter. Like I have an account where I talk mostly about gaming, and the other one is about like, if I want to talk about politics and stuff like that, because I would never do that on my bigger account, because you know what talking about politics does after a while. So
Alien Fire's out there bitching about Justin Trudeau.
Exactly.
QCast Kitty, should devs use burner accounts?
I wish they shouldn't have to, but
it's 2022. It's 2022. We're gonna keep it real. We shouldn't have to do. A lot of this shit
shouldn't have to do.
But should they though? At this point in this climate, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, if they feel like they have to, they should definitely go for it. Keep things like business and free time.
She said running like a mullet, business in the front and party in the back. Big Saucy. Big Saucy.
I'm screaming. Okay, well, first things first, Alien girl, follow me on that other Twitter account, so let's talk politics.
All right. We need to exchange. Yeah.
I was gonna say I love talking to politics, girl. I just don't do it out in the public because people are crazy, and I love to curse people out now. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no because if I signed on to Twitter and I made this account, that's the account that I'm gonna want to use. I'm not gonna want to create a whole nother account that's essentially not me. I have to pretend to be someone else.
No,
so
see, that's
people...
the thing. I don't think you understand what it is. With a dev account on Twitter, it says right in their header, developer for such and such gaming or such and such company. You can't be yourself regardless because you have to represent that company. So when you're on there representing that company and you're literally catching fits on people, that doesn't look good for your company. So would you use a burner account in that case?
Well, me personally, no, because I know how to conduct myself with people. Like I've done like the whole thing with people, so I know how to conduct myself with people. If I don't want to, and if I don't want to engage in something,
right,
have a nice day. I said what I said. You have your opinion. We're clearly not getting anywhere. You have a lovely day. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely afternoon.
Obviously, everybody isn't as censored and as maintained as you.
My answer is still going to be no, because I shouldn't have to create something else just for my own peace of mind and my sanity on social media. If I tell you no, I don't want to answer your question, you accept that no and you keep moving. If you want to continue going,
are you your job?
No.
Is your job in your header?
I believe mine is yes.
It is in your header. Your actual job outside of gaming is in your header.
Oh no.
Oh, see, now you understand where I'm coming from.
I do understand, but I want to go back to
it's not actually
about
you.
that
it's
thing where
you as a developer. You're not.
But I'm saying, but this is me as a developer. I'm gonna be the same person no matter what my job is. I don't give a damn about your opinions about something because I don't get paid to care about your opinions. I get paid to do this thing right here.
You should be a developer then.
Feel about what I'm doing don't mean nothing to me because guess what? You're still going to play it.
Ooh.
You're still going to buy the things that we put out when it's time to buy them. You buy them damn outfits every Thursday. If I was a dev, like I said, people would hate me. I see your account, boo-boo. You buy stuff. You've been buying stuff since the game came out every Thursday.
How's that new Widow skin treating you? Since you're talking about
lovely.
buying stuff.
All of my bugs are no longer in Avengers. My Avengers works perfect. My raid was perfectly fine ever since this outfit came out, and I've run it.
How dare they do this pay-to-win garbage?
Exactly. I paid to get rid of my bugs, and that's exactly what I did.
This is an outrage.
Should devs use burner accounts, good sir?
No. So here's the thing. Okay, I think it's a case-by-case scenario. A lot of these devs want to live in both worlds, and it's a hard balance because once you do throw up blah 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 at blah 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 studio in your profile, you are identifying yourself as a developer or whatever, for better or worse. Okay, and when you start interacting about your video game, like that is the expectation people start to have, right or wrong. So when you start doing more personal tweets and people don't understand it, like, yeah, they're stupid. Like, honestly, if Brian's tweeting about a Bears game, can you just shut the fuck up about Avengers and let him watch his football game? Like, it's really not that complicated, But like at the same time, like you're trying to live in both worlds. So like it's understandable that people see the tweet and they're like, oh, maybe I can get his attention now. Or maybe I can get their attention now. But like it's a two-way street. So you can just choose to like not identify yourself and just live a normal life, or you can choose to identify yourself, choose to mix work and personal information on your feed. I mean, in reality, they shouldn't have to make a second account just for personal stuff. But if you're gonna like mix work and pleasure, it's gonna happen, and it's frustrating and it sucks. And I hate it when I like tweet something out that's completely not related to gaming, and somebody like asks me about my favorite Lego game. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm tweeting a picture of my dinner, sir. So it's hard to live in both worlds, and I don't think they should have to. But like it's kind of a case by case thing, and it is a challenge, I get the challenge and I get the frustration, but at a certain point, you did identify yourself. You did make this about the game at a certain point, so you do have to expect that there are going to be those people that just don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, the internet is mostly stupid, and you just have to, like, accept that fate. It's a good segue to Fate Walker.
Yes,
Wait, real quick, because Joe, I seen you said if you don't like the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And I hate those kind of statements, because how are you going to come into my kitchen and tell me that if I don't like the heat, then I need to get out? It's my kitchen. If you don't like what I'm cooking in my kitchen, you can please exit stage left. The door is literally right there.
Whew. Okay.
I don't have a door in my kitchen. I teleport.
Screaming. I want a kitchen like that.
I am screaming when I teleport. It's scary.
Fate Walker, can you just
fun random fact? The whole reason that the people are screaming in New World when you teleport is because it's actually ripping their soul piece by piece. So that could be what's going on with Jay.
I don't have a soul.
Oh, bullshit. You're a Bostonian, of course. You like Boston, at least. You've got a soul.
Where are we even right now?
Okay. Hold on. I don't think they should have a burner account. I think they should have a professional account. If it gets too overbearing, I think you come out and you go, look, for people who are really passionate about the game, I have this second account. Please follow me over there. I will take the extra revenue. And which is why I also have a second YouTube account. And here you go. This is where it is. This is where I'm going to do all my professional stuff. Just turn into a little. But seriously though, make a professional account. If I ended up going public with where I worked and my company was like, yeah, you can say a couple little things about it, and I could get through legal and all that other fun stuff that I'd have to get through, I would most likely, definitely 100% have a second professional account opposite of my more me content creator account. Because I mean, I know we've pointed out Brian is that account is personal account, content creator account, and his professional account all wrapped up in one, which has got to be, I could see where his frustration comes from, but I think that's just because he just needs a second account and needs to be able to start compartmentalizing those things. And you can still post that you're excited about Avengers on your personal account, and then if people just go off the rails, block them and say, look, if you have a problem, go to my professional account and talk to me there, and then block them on your personal account.
Sounds good to me. Shit. Me personally, I couldn't be a dev or anything like it because I would need a burner account. I'll just say that much because people they don't have no filters. They don't have respect for your space, privacy, well-being, mental well-being, and none of it. So you got to take all of that in on your own. And I personally, I couldn't do it. F that.
I hate burner accounts. I'm so tired of people that are too chicken shit to respond to me on their main account, like fucking responding to me on their burner ass bullshit.
That's
like
whack.
be a fucking man.
Yeah,
that's sorry. I know that's a different subject, but
no,
like,
I hear what you're saying. Now, those
all
people,
the time.
Those people, I can't stand. I'm talking about just when I say burner account.
I know what you mean.
Dev. Yeah, I'm not meaning like one of those. I follow only Elon Musk in NASA, and I'm going to troll Jay Shockblast for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I hate you with a fucking passion, people.
Yeah, it's like be a man.
I don't want to bring attention to this. For those that know about that account, I got my notification back from Twitter that they weren't going to do anything about it. For those,
Twitter sucks too.
That are
it really does. Twitter's annoying.
Yeah,
I honestly feel like Twitter enables that whole, like, it's so annoying. Like, I couldn't be a dad, but literally just go off on everybody all the time.
He's so interesting fact about Korean games. The reason why they're so easily hackable from outside of Korea is because Koreans have to use their social security number as their account.
Ooh.
And if they get banned, that's it. Because they only have one social security number.
Bruh.
So a little fun. That's why they don't care about people hacking stuff, because
imagine having that kind of accountability.
Oh.
Nah,
gaming would be so much better.
It really would.
Sorry.
It really would, because there wouldn't be no. Anyways, let's keep this positive on the way out real quick. y'all got me. Yeah. Anyways, Miss Alien Fire, queen of the team, young nice lady who likes to raid with Hawkeyes and Jane Fosters and things like that. Go ahead and put someone on the map. It doesn't have to be a small content creator. It can be your next door neighbor. It can be anybody who you like it to be. Just put somebody on the map. Make somebody feel good.
Someone I would have liked to see here tonight, but I guess he was busy. Doc Ock.
Doc is a good dude. Doc is a good dude. He was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there.
But I would like to see him on the panel and get his, pick his brains about gear and cap and raid and comics. Well, I don't know about comics. Yeah, he knows a lot about comics.
Yeah, he collects them. He does. QCast Kitty, put somebody on the map, my dear, please and thank you.
I'm gonna go with Mammoth Ego on this one, because he's still living that positivity and trying to spread it all over, and we're all gonna need that.
And now he makes me want to play Batman. So.
Big Sauce, put somebody on the Miz app.
I'm gonna go with Key Arion. He is still big in Avengers and doing other little things too here and there. So check him out. Really good content creator, y'all.
J Shock Blast, put someone on the map, good sir.
All right, so I know he's here, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. You said I could be anybody. I just want to shout out Fate Walker. I don't think people understand how great Fate Walker is. Okay, I did not know Fate Walker at all until recently, and I'm so glad that because of the one and only Doomkiller HD that I do know him, because he is such a great resource, and I can't wait for you to do your Secret Wars Invasions 7.0. I think that was the day when you did the last time you did it, where he was one of your commentators. Like, he's so good, and he's so knowledgeable. He speaks so well, and he popped into one of my streams recently and helped me a lot, and I just appreciate that. So I just wanted to say thank you for that, and people should definitely be checking him out a lot more, as well as everybody else on the panel.
Of course. The Fate is the dude. He's definitely the dude. Well,
I'm sorry, I did not mean to embarrass you or anything like that.
Humbled. I'm humbled. I just do the best I can, right? Thank you.
Don't cry, bro. Don't cry.
If anybody, and I haven't shouted because there's so many people I've shouted out before, but I don't shout him out that often. Literally in the chat, if you kind of like my ideas, but you think I'm slightly too positive, if you want someone that's slightly more down to earth than
30 and still gaming.
30 exactly. Literally, we have about the same. We go down the same road, except for I go a little off one direction, he goes a little off the other direction, and we butt heads a little bit in chat. But he's very logical in his delivery of what he says, and I think he is a little bit more down to earth, and I'm a little bit in the clouds when it comes to I've got a bit more hope, and he's more about making sure that your wallet and purse stays a little bit fuller.
Love it. It's fire.
Hey, before you send us off, can I shout out somebody that nobody should watch at all ever? Sadat the Gamer, because he is just a big meanie head.
He's like the most watched Avengers creator.
Yeah, why? Right now. Why does everybody watch him? They shouldn't watch him. He's mean to my dog. Also, check out the After Show podcast starring Jay Shockblast, Sadat the Gamer, and Casual
He's like, wait, only watch him on Fridays when he's with me. Any other time, no. Nah, bro. Let me go ahead and put. Who should I put on the map?
Yourself?
No, I can't put myself on the map. This is just weird. Q Mr. I always mess it up. Q Mr. Rage. I always want to say QMR Rage, but
Rage.
I think it was Big Saucy who put me on game. That is Q Mr. Rage, not QMR Rage.
Mr. Rage is a cool dude.
I love him so much.
So big ups to you, Rage, bro. Thank you for always showing love. Thank you for those clips last week on the wrap up. For always just being a positive force in the community. I mean, like when you show up in people's streams, they take notice, fam. So thank you for being that, for real. Anybody else got anything they want to say before we get up out of here and I go eat some Chinese food?
Fuck Casual Avenger while we're at it.
Oh man, can we talk about this Monica storyline?
I'm kidding. I just think people are too nice to him.
He's like 96 years old. I mean, you're supposed to be nice to your elders, bro.
Look,
Jay couldn't even.
Jay's just upset that Tom went to Florida, and that's why he hates Gators.
I just
you feel a little deflated.
Listen, whoa. I take back every single thing I said about Fate Walker. Fuck that man too. Let's wrap it up.
No,
you want to bring the haters out of me.
Jay, you know I love you, man.
I was on my hero arc, and then this man Doomkiller is like, Jay, I need you to be evil. So I brought the evil to my two co-hosts, who are big boys. They can deal with it, and they would be the first one to dish it on. Well, and maybe not Casual. All right. So Sadat,
if you were High Ruler, definitely.
Nope, I'm not allowed to be mean to High Ruler anymore.
No, I'm saying if you were,
I swore off that for Len.
It hurt me just as much as you. I was a huge.
I can't. This is the end of the wrap up for the night, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We've got Toledo plays Navaflow, Cap Tate, Eastwood, Joe Dirte, Still Gaming, Fetty Bento, Robert Huff, Nava Flow, Casual Avengers, Sadat the Gamer, so many. Robert Huff, God, let me get all of these guys off the stage. Dude, I can't right now. I can't. Actually, I'm gonna need y'all to the stage. You gotta go too, Sauce. Yo, with all of that said, Kitty.
Lass die guten Zeiten ruhen.
Alien.
Laissez les bons temps rouler.
Which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people. Y'all go drink some water. Touch some grass or something, because I can't with this panel. Peace out, y'all.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go! It's the weekly wrap up where we give you the news. Break it down bite size so it's easier to consume. Discussing the hottest game that's out of what's coming soon. Is it real or is rumor? Homie, that's up to you. Fire or trash reaction. Live viewers call in. No cap conversation. We going all in. It's the weekly wrap up, so enjoy the show. You're now rocking with the best. Let the good time